Hello and welcome back to Luton Town Tactical View Only Career Mode. Last time out wasn't great. 1 point from the whole of September hasn't exactly left us in the greatest of positions. 5 points for the season so far. The same as our opponents today, weirdly, Spurs. We'll deal with that momentarily. Just because of the way the fixtures are laid out over the next few months, I was intending to do this month by month by month. October has 3 games in it. November has 3 games in it. December has 6. So I think the best thing to do is to go 4 games, 4 games, 4 games for the rest of the 2023 part of this season. So that means Spurs, Forest, Villa today, along with the Liverpool game. And then the next episode will be Manchester United, Crystal Palace, with the Brentford and Arsenal games. And then, actually it's 5 games, there's 7. Miscounted in December. It'll be a 5-game December. I have also done a deep dive on players whose contracts are running out within 6 months and the free agent list. There's one that's already been scouted, just, I presume, because he's out of contract and first team quality, he was part of a shortlist that my scouts were already looking at anyway. Doesn't play in a position we play any players in currently, but he is 80 rated, and I think with 73 defending, which fundamentally 74 standing tackle, 72 slide tackle, and 72 defensive awareness, he does have defensive capabilities for a winger. I think he's the solution to the right wing-back problem, because obviously Kabori's on loan, he doesn't actually belong to us, so developing him is only going to help Manchester City unless we can acquire him permanently. I think he might be actually the right wing-back. Problem, of course, is he wants more wages than basically anyone who's in the squad, but we do have that capability. And it'd be a hell of an asset to have in the books should we want to sell him on. Just to put it into that perspective, by the way, Ross Barkley, highest paid player, 35k. It's also 74 rated, so our best player and highest wage sort of combination is Ryan Giles, who's 76 on 26k a week. No one else kind of gets close. That's actually kind of contracted us. He would be the only player rated higher than 75 that's contracted us, other than Ryan Giles, should we bring him in. So yes, he will be by far our highest paid player, but he'd also be by far our best player. So business time, headset on. Their agent appears to have come dressed as me. We're going to get on well. You will be crucial, Jesus. You will be crucial. 3 years is fine, he's 30 years old, that's more than solid enough. You know what? If someone gives me 44 million for him, yes, because it'll keep his wages down. Considering they had a preferred of 63 to sat there at the top time, I just went 50 grand a week. Bear in mind the sort of scouted one had low end 48. I thought I'll just round that up to 50 and see what they counter with. Nope, that's fine. Really thought they challenged me more on that, considering they had the predicted 63,000 on that left hand side there. It is interesting they compared him to the wing-back positions and Barkley on that. All those other free agents being scouted, so we'll see what they actually come out as. It is unfortunately match day, so he's not sharp. Okay, mostly because of his age, it's going to take a while to actually retrain him as a right wing-back. Would only take him 2 weeks to retrain as a central attacking midfielder. I'll bear that in mind. I'll listen to comments if you think he actually should be Cam rather than anything else. Obviously not match sharp, so I will pop him. I'm just fascinated to see what happens. He says he doesn't like it. That's fine. He doesn't get angry if you put him in at Cam, and it will give him a +1 because he's not sharp at the moment or happy yet. But so it's good to know going forward. So he's basically not useful at right wing back just yet. He would have the same overall essentially as Kabori. Kabori's 79 with that +5. He'd just be flat 80 in this particular game. Whereas Barkley's only 78 as is, and he would still be 81. But just because he's not sharp, we won't start him in this game, but he will be on the bench. And it gives me someone that isn't Ogbenny, who can also play right wing back, potentially. And it keeps Doherty on his preferred left-hand side. Doherty. I will remember that. Oh, youth intakes are rubbish, by the way. I think I was supposed to do that at the beginning of this episode. Nothing of note. We are home for this match against Spurs. So getting 3 points against a team that also have 5 points in a home fixture. Weirdly, this might be a gettable one. Don't forget, if you have a preference in terms of which camera you'd like, I'm sticking with telebroadcast for now. If you think there's a better one out there, I'll have a look at it. But I think it just gives you a better picture of things rather than just straight up telly or straight up broadcast. It's a great ball forward to Adebayo, though. Sadly, that wasn't. They have rotation. Neither of their centre-backs are first choice, but they do have Kulusevski, and that looks to be Richarlison. I'm pretty certain they said they'd have Bentancur as well, so there are some quality players in here, just weirdly central defence, not them. Appears to be Phillips and Lyons Foster. And Adebayo might be able to exploit that, / Barkley might be able to exploit that. He's gone from distance. It's Whiteman in goal as well. Goalkeeper again. I don't know what it is about Luton Town, but whenever people play us, they seem to go for their third choice goalkeeper. Sessignon playing for them as well. No idea if this is like extended cup fixtures, because obviously we're not in the cup anymore, or indeed knock-on effect from the previous cup fixtures, then league game, or indeed, of course, Europe, which Spurs don't have, I don't think, actually, as of the 2023 season. Giles, Barkley, still Barkley. What was that, Ross? Go forwards, my friend, go forwards. Kulusevski, however, Basuma playing as well for them. But Kerr coming inwards now. I forget his first name, I think it's Pape Metastar, isn't it? Perisic, who's not even actually at Spurs anymore at this point in time. Not quite sure why he's included in the... and now scored. That's irritating. Not even sure why he's even included in the squad, because this was done with the most recent squad list. I'm pretty certain I saw he was playing at Zagreb, I think, you know, back in Croatia. I'm presuming on loan. I don't know if that was a permanent transfer or not, but very irritating he's allowed to go in like that and score, considering he shouldn't even be there. How odd. Yet again, a mountain to climb. Adebayo, useless. Kulusevski to Sessignon, who is still at Spurs somehow, nearly giving away a penalty to Richarlison there by just merely running into him. Kulusevski's shot is blocked, and Giles can come away if he decides to actually run with it. He does not. Adebayo heads it vaguely back in his direction, which wasn't even anywhere near his direction. And we've lost possession again. Thankfully, Osho is wise to that flary pass from Richarlison, but then yet again, Adebayo gives the ball away. Leads to a shot and a save. I'm not sure Adebayo's actually completed a pass in this game so far. I was about to say mildly irritating, but no, it actually is very irritating. It's a short corner again by the looks of things, which we have not fared well against so far this season. And I'm worried already. I'm very worried. I'm very worried. Kaminsky has hands. That's a very good save, actually. It's one of those shots where you kind of expect him to drag it across the goal, and he's actually put it near his side, and Kaminsky was wise to it. Oh, it's not gone. They've gone short again. Still Porro. Kulusevski just going to run through. Oh, he's hit it wide. That's a rarity, actually. Just a straight-up missed shot. But that side of the goal was gaping. I think Kaminsky just about had it covered had he been on target, but why are short corners problematic? I don't like it. I don't like it. Morris actually gets the long... Oh, for God's sake. Was that Adebayo? No, I think that's somebody longer. We've had 14%. Oh, last 15 minutes. Right, but still, 14% possession in the last 14 minutes. Admittedly, that was just all corners. So, Mpanzu blocks that, and never mind. Much as, you know, I appreciate Mpanzu's rise through the leagues. That's a position I would like to have a player that's more than 71 rated in, I think he is. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why am I being told to sub someone? I'm not going to press the button because it will change my camera. Yeah, that was absolutely pathetic defending. Someone actually did try and make a challenge there. Wasn't great. Of course, another solution is actually just play Nakamba in midfield over Mpanzu and then play Burke in centre-back, for instance. I'll see out the half. And we will be left behind by Spurs should the scoreline remain the same or worse. Barkley's already knackered. I'm just going to bring Jesus on there for this match, I think. Adebayo's not looking great either for some reason. We'll make 2 subs at half-time. I don't really know why they're not that fit in this particular game. Maybe they get their energy boost after half-time. No, Morris isn't looking that great either. So just a little bit oh, for God. Maybe it wasn't just Adebayo. Maybe it's just whomever's in that position cannot for the life of them actually connect a pass. I didn't check his statistics. I should have looked. Oh no. Giles has been done, but Nakamba's, well, run into Porro more than anything. That might have pushed Kulusevski offside by accident, and we've taken it quickly. Corona there, actually capable of making a good pass. That's the first thing I've seen of him. Tecatito, as he's known in game by the looks of things, so maybe we'll run with that. You know, Barkley not great defensively according to his attributes, so maybe having a cam who can defend a little bit might work a little bit more wonders in that sense. There's Tecatito though. Great, another good ball. Pity Kabori was kind of a bit rubbish with his initial decisions there. Morris tries to step past Sessignon and fails miserably. That will land at Perisic's feet because Kabori's not really gone for it. Oh no, Lokonga, sorry. Deputising for Kabori, who had gone advanced, of course, there. I'd say I've been fairly impressed with Osho in this game, particularly. Most of the defensive interceptions, blocks, have been through him. Not really seen anything from Nakamba or Lockyer. He's offside. Why are we bothering? And yep, Spurs strengthen their lineup today by bringing on a first-team player for a youth player. Great. You're supposed to exploit their useless backline, relatively useless backline, when they actually had them on the field. Now they've actually put a proper defender on. Speaking of, we appear to have lost all ours. Oh dear. Kind of blocked off Kulusevski's line of sight there, and then giving him a new one. Good work, immediately undone. Let's make some change. Oh, God. Why is Morris so tired today? Kabori's just going to have to suffer. I don't actually have a centre-back on the field. I have realised the issue there, because it's Bell that can play centre-back as well, and I've just taken him off the bench for this game for Jesus. So, should have straight up replaced Chong, really. And Pansy can play central defence. Problem solved. Despite the fact the game says Chong can play centre-mid, he can't. Oh, good, they're bringing on the other proper centre-back as well. Although that didn't say who was actually coming on there for them. To my untrained eye, I think that might have been Destiny Udogie. It was, which is interesting, because that was a centre-back that came off. So I have no idea what Spurs are actually doing with their backline, other than just, well, who cares what they're doing with their backline when they can just walk through ours? They might as well just put Vicario in their centre-back position. They needn't be worried. It's another short corner, by the way, because of course it is. I genuinely think the rate of actual corners to short corners is like 1 to 9 or something stupid like that. 10%. 9 out of 10 of them have been short corners I've seen so far. It's absolutely ridiculous, and for some reason they're really overpowered as well to boot. Well, reasonable vision, just overestimating Albani's speed, I think. But it is at least some forward thinking. Sessegnon for Spurs has released Perisic on this left-hand side. He's got a lot of work to do if he's going to fashion a chance for himself. So, lock it, mate. You need to have much better reactions. Doherty actually makes... I think they've moved Sessegnon into centre-back, by the way. Doherty receives the ball again. Gets past Udogie, who has taken over left-back. It is a consolation goal. There's not enough time to get a second, I don't think. But that is Ogbene with, at very least, a goal difference helping goal back. Ogbene becoming a little bit of a master of the consolation goal, unfortunately. Cross Whiteman, far side. Oh, too little too late, Luton Town. Too little too late. Exploiting an unnatural centre-back as well in the form of Sessegnon there. If we get the ball off them quickly and then immediately go up the field, then we might get a chance, but nope. Spurs hold on to the ball for the entirety of the remainder of this game. And as soon as they actually do go forward, they call the final whistle. What? A minute overtime there, despite the fact he spent the entire time in that kind of middle third. Game's weird. I'd say we looked a little brighter towards the end of that game. Weirdly, when they actually had actual defenders on the pitch. Once again, frustrating. Luton Town 1, Spurs 2. Spurs obviously unnaturally with 5 points. I think if we get Jesus Corona's sharpness up for the next few games, we might be in much better stead. Weirdly, we get Jesus Corona's arrival cutscene now, after he's already played half a game. But welcome in officially. Takes a number 15 shirt. I think we'll leave him with that. And now, weirdly, we are off to Forest, who have 19 points. Okay, so a lot of the free agents are coming back. Boufal, centre forward, 76, better than what we've got. Luis Chavez, 80, centre mid. I know it's not Football Manager, Mexican teammate, would help them settle in. Jesus Gallardo, 75, left back. Technically better than what we've got, but not by much. There's a Huerta, 74, left wing. Value high, though. Maybe because he's only 22. Carlos Rodriguez, 76. Cam, 8.5 million worth. Technical, I spy on the old playstyles as well, which is always nice. Luis Romo, 75, centre mid. I mean, I'm guessing this is because the Mexican League isn't in the game anymore. I think they might actually have clubs in real life, so I don't want to abuse this too much. Eric Sanchez, 76, centre mid. That being said, the most well-rounded low 70s centre mid you'll ever find. I'd like to say hooligan, but, you know, minor hooligan, let's say. Kevin Alvarez is 75 and a right back, which of course is something we do need permanently. If he can do right wing back as well, that'd be even better. Pacey, but not really much going for him otherwise. Barbosa is a centre back, who I believe is out of contract at the end of the year. Pace is lacking, but he is 76 with aerial and power header. Blimey. Okay, bruiser, aerial, power header is a nice trio that might help make up for that lack of pace. Really solid physicals as well, just to begin with. Jumping 85, stamina 83, strength 91, aggression 88. Pretty solid, all things considered there. So we can go to the hub and kind of see what they would be thinking. £32,000 minimum for Barbosa. That would be end of season. So we've got time to think about Barbosa. The one obviously I'm immediately looking at is Luis Chavez with tiki-taka and intercept playstyles, high. Same kind of ballpark, expected really. Well-rounded Sanchez is the other one, a little bit lower. I think getting in a couple of assets at the very least is helpful. They want crucial. Recommended wage is 58,000, so slightly lower than what Tecatito wanted. 4 lengths, 4 years contract length. He's a little bit younger, so I kind of want to set that a little lower. Now, they said 45 was the low end to begin with, so I might just ask for that. Why are they just happy with their low end originally? 80 rated again, let's not forget, so worth the money, especially with no release clause. Another excellent deal, mostly because he's a free agent. And of course, we're looking at that Mpanzu spot primarily here. Don't really know what to do about Sanchez, of course. We do have to prepare for the outbound of Sambi Lokonga, so I might hold off pulling the trigger on, say, Luis Romo and Sanchez, for instance, and Carlos Rodriguez, just because they're all Mexican. I don't want to abuse this free agent Mexican situation too much, which does lead me, of course, to Buffal, but medium attacking work rate, low defensive work rate. Technically better than what we've got, but I'm not a fan of that. Also, I just realised Gallardo has low defensive work rate for a potential left-back. No. I think he's actually a winger. Romo being medium, I'll be tempted to avoid, even though he does have better WIFA and better skill moves. Gianetti's is one I'm keen to get the scout report on, just because he has low-high work rates as a centre-back. Superb. High work rates for a centre-back is a little confusing. Also, Wagner's contract runs out at the end of the season as well. Well, their season, which is, of course, December. So he would be able to just approach to sign. With relentless intercept, technical, and I think that's jockey play styles, he looks pretty solid, and he might be a sensible person to get in for the left wing-back position. We might have a lot more competition over there, which is annoying because that's the one place where we have a lot of players already. And of course, we need to welcome our new signing, and his Mexican teammate is there ready and waiting for him as well. That's a nice little touch. I don't know if it was deliberate that was the person who was ready and waiting for him. But of course, fellow countrymen, I don't know too much about the Mexican national side, but being 80 rated, I imagine they're both in it. Takes the 22 shirt. I'll just swap their shirt numbers over because 22 is slightly better for a more advanced player and 15 for a slightly more defensive player like Chavez is. But you can see what that does in terms of assets held. Immediately, 19 million, 17.5 million. Giles is obviously developing and then therefore getting more valuable, but everyone else is not that great on that front, if I'm completely honest. A lot of players are actually running out of contract at the end of the year. Just to give you that picture, of course, a couple of them loans. But no one of really massive value other than Ross Barkley, who was only 74 rated. I kind of feel like Ross has been done a little dirty in the game. He's performing quite well in real life. And Panzu, of course. It would be sad to let him go, but he is only 71 rated. Osho's 25. So being 71 rated, it's a little iffy. He's performing okay. I think he was one of our better performers in the last game. Goalkeeper that we've scouted is come back as 75. Now again, that'll be a end of calendar year signing, and Gianetti's come back as a 76 with the release scores, but he's available just to sign straight up anyway. Slightly pacier. I think he might be well worth just actually nabbing on a pre-contract deal. So I will just go ahead and do that one. I do want your thoughts on the others. Excellent. £30,000 a week for a centre-back who will come in January, but 76 rated, better than anything we've got so far. And a reasonable wage. There we are. So he will arrive in December, at the end of December, when his contract runs out for Velez. Got to play the market when you're Luton. There we are. Low, high, intercept, and aerial play styles. 69 pace. Nice. Quite literally, really. We are starting both of our new Mexican superstars in this fixture against Forest. Obviously, his debut for Chavez. He's not super fit right now, actually. He's a little tired. Maybe international break. Obviously wasn't included in that email saying who was on international break, because he's only signed after it, I imagine. It's a very bright day at the City Ground. It is a little glary, if I'm completely honest, but my eyes are adjusting slowly. I hope yours are too. Adebayo finds someone there, but that doesn't go particularly well. Awaniyi has an ability to break. He has done Osho there, exposing our defensive frailties already. Kaminsky with a good solid save from Dominguez. It is the dreaded corner time, though, which they're apparently going to take their sweet time over. Short option wasn't available originally, but it is now. Oh, I was actually really looking forward to a normal corner for a change. Alas, we have been duped. Murillo, who I think is actually having a really solid season in real life, in a not particularly well-performing Forest team. But Neco Williams, who wears their number 7 shirt apparently. Let me know if that's accurate. Pretty irritatingly solid passing play from Forest in this portion of the match. 15 minutes on the clock. They are starting to move a little bit further forward. The pre-game said they'd like to do counter-attack, and well, we're thwarting that by just allowing them to play football. Can't really counter-attack if we don't attack. They are 4th as things stand. This is a Champions League sitting team as things stand. But Morris plays it over to Adebayo, and that's another bad pass, but Adebayo gets the ball back, Bolly with a good tackle. And now they actually do get to counter-attack, which is why I try to get temporary play styles like intercept and rapid on them. Unfortunately, the one that gave him most rapids gave it to a player that already had it. So it wasn't really worthwhile. So I figured intercepts as well might work well to try and stop counter-attacks. That's an interesting ball across, which inevitably doesn't end in a Luton Town player. Osho, though, better defensively that time round. Tecatito rolls the ball. That's flair we've not seen at Luton Town as of yet. You love to see it. Chavez, though, absolutely does the number 16 for Forest. Morris gets a little bit of space, and Odysseus Vlachodimos in their goal, as he should be. Forest. No idea what's going on at Forest goalkeeper-wise. It's absolute madness in real life. Tecatito on the end of that. He's not the tallest. I don't know why he's the target. Yes, they may be good quality, but then 5'10". We've not exactly improved the height of the squad with those two signings. Kane, I presume that's pronounced. I don't know why. Hudson-Odoi very central in this game. Always viewed him as more of a winger, really. Osho will get that ball and just takes it away from Dominguez. I think that might be on the left. I think they've got those two players the wrong way around, perhaps. Kabore, Adebayo, inwards to Morris. Not really an opportunity for him there. Kabore, a little bit more threatening. Tries to put the ball in. Nobody's there anyway, even if it had ended up in a threatening position. Mangala. Terrible for Marvellous Nakamba there. Still Mangala. Neko Williams can play it to Alanga, who is just going to run all the way around and generally thought that was in for a moment. Just wide. I mean, it's nice to see shots actually just straight up miss the target a little bit more often now. I feel like I didn't see that very much in those opening few fixtures, to a degree in which I commented it in the last video. But it is 0-0, and the way that Forest are playing, I quite frankly take a point. Before this season got underway, Forest was one of the teams where we thought, results might be necessary here in order to actually have a reasonable campaign. Tecatito's getting into a dangerous position. Oh, that's what we're looking for. A little bit of flair just to kind of set himself up. Unfortunately, then they just smashed it out of the goalkeeper. But Nottingham Forest, as they put it, versus Luton Town 0-0 half-time. Crucially, as Forest kick off second half, not losing. Yeah, sorry, no, Dominguez is in the middle. He's the number 16, not the number 15. I don't know who that is on the left. Mangala. I think Hudson-Odoi is actually playing left-sided attack, or maybe on the left of two strikers. And I think the 15 is actually just their left back, who makes advanced runs quite often so far. Adebayo, Sambi Lokonga. Adebayo, tripped. Morris, opportunity straight at the goalkeeper. That's unfortunate. Can we have the free kick? It's Harry Toffolo, a left back. Finally got the answer I was looking for. We have a corner. We have a corner. We don't take it short, though, because we never do for some reason. I have no idea if I could set that up in any way, shape or form, but for some reason, we never have a short option. Tecatito chests it down. It's a good shot from that. Chavez on the edge of the box for no obvious reason, just tries to slam it through the crowd. Ambitious. Tecatito challenged, I think, perhaps there. Ball forced to Sambi Lokonga, maybe fortunately. I mean, everything good that we're seeing is coming from Jesus Corona here. Adebayo. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know where he's going right now. Oh, he's going to me. Hello. I'm involved. This is excellent, just holding up from Jesus Corona. And then Adebayo just takes a step away from Willy Bolly and slams it past Vlachodimos there. And we have a breakthrough here at the City Ground. And it is, for a change, Luton Town in the lead of a game. I have to say, whilst he wasn't the goal scorer, I have a feeling they're scared of Jesus Corona, and that might be the difference maker going forward. And if we can actually get a fully fit Chavez to start a game, I'm going to have to probably take him off shortly. Those two might actually change our fortunes between them, although Alanga has done Giles there. Aouani's header, thankfully, rather tame. As balls in the air, I will, unfortunately, bring on Panzu. I forgot to take Ali off my bench, who was on international duty. So he is, unfortunately, knackered. I mean, Kabore's got a lot to do here, and so far he's doing it. Corona comes to help out. Sambi finds Chavez. Sambi. It's Chavez again. Oh, that's almost a wonderful ball through to Adebayo. Both of those players are coming off now because they are a little bit tired. It is interesting that Chavez is basically as tired as Adebayo is. And, well, he started about 20% worse off. It's Tecatito. Morris has got space now. This could be two. It is, unfortunately. Great save. Gotta be said, Vlachodimos has kept them in this game. He's made a bunch of really good saves. We take off Adebayo, Chavez and Kabore for like replacements. Toffolo for Tavares for them. It is Tavares who gets to that corner. Sambi Lokonga across to Osho, who is still up from the corner, I imagine. That's what's happened there. Giles. Kind of got so far advanced, he was a little bit confused what to do at that point. He's not used to being able to go that far, I don't think. Kane. I'm just going to pronounce that differently every time, it seems like. It's an attack I'm not appreciating because we've not really pressed them off the ball yet. Yeah, I mean, they absolutely do my number 27 there for some reason. Hudson-Odoi making space. Dominguez trying to find some Aouani. Oh, no. Asbarse fluffs it. That is incredibly unfortunate. Because his original shot, terrible, but then he does just palm it. And Osho not quick to that. Osho's an odd one so far. A lot of the time when an attack is thwarted, it is Osho. But then a lot of the time when an attack isn't thwarted, it is Osho. Weirdly, Osho seems to be both good and bad at defending at the same time in any given game. Morris, though, I mean, that's a great layoff. We've immediately done them back again. What a finish this is. Forest absolutely asleep after getting their equaliser there. Their achievements listed on their boardings up there, 89 League Cup amongst them. This will not go down as one of their finest achievements, I do not think. On the volley, Ogbene, on as a substitute for Adebayo. It's a superb finish, made by Carlton Morris, I believe, was the assist. So these strikers combining, or centre forward in Gabonet's case, but you know what I mean? And you would hope, with the way that time rattles away in EAFC, that should be that. 3 minutes of time to go. We've got the ball back, actually. This should sort it out, regardless of how this ends. We put Morris in. It's too heavy. He's not going to get there. I mean, Morris is in the net. The ball is not, but it is a victory for Luton Town. With the way the table's set up, it's a shock victory. But our first win in 7 games and gives us a little bit of breathing room at the bottom of the table. For now, they thought they had the equaliser. Well, it didn't last. I just realised how weird the tunnel is at Forest's ground. It's off-centre. Burnley with a crucial away victory there as well. That makes this one all the more sweeter for us. I think we definitely can turn things around now. Weirdly, despite winning, our morale isn't great. Kaminsky, content, playing every game. Just to put that into perspective, by the way, Burnley get themselves out of the bottom 3, sitting on 6 points. They would have gone ahead of us had we lost that game. Had we lost it, yes, their goal difference is worse. So that takes us to 15th for now. 3 points currently clear. Chelsea have won a game. They lost to Forest at home. Just want to throw that one out there. They beat Burnley 5-1 away from home. They have not won all season, and then they win 5-1 away from home. I mean, you say it's only Burnley, but they have lost against teams that are definitely worse than them. So, 77, Kai Wagner. Deal done. £30,000 a week. Kai Wagner, 77 rated. Better than what we got at left back. We may have to move on someone at left back. 78 according to that now. That's a little weird. 77 again there. I'm so confused. So our defence is only going to get stronger at the end of the season. I'm being told to do a training plan even though he's not here. Ollie Watkins, Premier League top scorer. Great. Little confusingly, we've gone into a white kit, which with the sunlight is a little harder to distinguish than just if we played in orange, or indeed black. The Villa Park, the venue today, the away game. Chavez finds Giles, Chavez again. It's a good move forward, Adebayo. Finds Morris, he's got away, and he smacked it through Powell. Unfortunately, took a lot of power with him. Very much stifled that shot. Villa now 4th, having obviously inflicted defeat on the previous holder of 4th. West Ham currently top of the table. That's happening. Morris, Adebayo, this is really good. Adebayo really should not have missed the target from there, and thankfully doesn't. Surprisingly, again, now 1-0 up. Luton maybe now just finding their groove. I mean, it's terrible defending, really. Diego Carlos has stepped up for some reason. Pau Torres is already miles out of defence and, well, leaves Adebayo all the time in the world to do that. 14 minutes on the clock, 1-0 Luton. Perhaps we should just play the team in 4th every game. Tielemans, England's tormentor. Zaniolo across to Digne. Tielemans now. Leon Bailey. That's going to get to Zaniolo. But Giles does muscle him off the ball. That's good work from Giles. Tecatito plays it out to Adebayo. Couldn't see him. Took a while for the camera to get called up. Tecatito now. Morris has got through. Tecatito's going himself. Morris is still in. Near post, Martinez, good save. Arguably should have pulled that trigger earlier on the through ball. Samuel Lokonga. Again, no short option. I don't know why we don't play it. Kamara gets that clear. Chavez on the edge of the box. Slams it against Zaniolo. It'll be another corner. Giles to take. Giles to put it in. And it's Kamara under it again. Right then. I think we've learned not to do that, haven't we? The centre-back Osho there trying to do some flair and failing spectacularly. Zaniolo with all the space to run into and Lockyer's run behind him rather than try to cut him off. Good work, AI. Good work. It's a good save. Read the shot across goal there. Oh, look, they're doing a short corner. Why is this a thing? Why does the AI just basically always do short corners and we don't do any? Clearance, we'll take it. Considering how corners usually go for us, I'll take a full-on regular normal clearance. Ah, well, Watkins has somehow fluffed that particular line. Nakamba, the want to take this forward. That's been pushed all the way across to Adebayo. That's a good ball through. Adebayo, again, another great ball. Morris does his defender just wide. A little bit of confidence coming in despite the morale for some reason actually dropping across the squad. No idea why the morale's down. Zaniolo now. Poland's Matty Cash. Tackle by Chavez. You can run with the ball now and pop it into the box should he desire. He's dinked it across. That's unfortunately between the two attackers. A little bit less on it or a little bit more on it. Either would have been a little bit more beneficial, as our defender has utterly committed there and it's not worked out well for them. But Chavez has gained the ball via way of a tackle from someone else. Nakamba, I think it was. Adebayo just holding it up. Still Adebayo. I mean, he's doing absolute amazing things with that. Chavez takes it. The ball's stuck to his feet, it looks like, for momentarily there. Chavez, a little bit of flair. Unfortunately, she takes it into the defender rather than away from it. And Nakamba's trying to deal with a 2-on-1 a little bit there. Although it has become a 1-on-1 a little bit as Watkins held off. Passed it back and that drew the whistle. Weird decisions a little bit from the Aston Villa side there in attack. And right now that's costing. Diaby with 2 touches. One of which was a shot off target. I must check. Chavez must have regular relentless for him to be not as tight as Adebayo was last game. That's an ambitious ball forward. Morris does get under it twice, in fact. Adebayo weirdly actually provided space as a result of that. Emi Martinez being called upon. 85 rated, I believe, in EFC. Showing that 85 overall. Lockyer, I genuinely thought he was going to go all the way himself there. And probably could have, frankly. Lukonga, it's an ambitious shot from the edge of the box. It will draw another corner, though. We're seeing that save again now, a little bit later. Not gonna lie, quite like that from the AFC. Pulling it back to a previous good shot. Now there's a break in play. Great cinematic work there, actually. Although now we're taking an age to take the corner because Lukonga is now there, finally. Puts the ball in, and it's Kamara under it. 3 out of 3, all gone the same way. That I've witnessed. Chavez, though, draws another corner. Kamara, get ready. Secretly really hoping they take him off at some point. We've gone for a different tack. This time it's claimed by Martinez. Worse, if anything. Booted, chested down, and now in the possession of Bailey. It's Lucadina charging forward at left back. Forest versus Villa next for them. Of course, we've just got to deal with the just minor task of Liverpool next. But if we can go into that with 2 away wins on the bounce, that would be superb momentum from us. That's straight through. Adebayo should do better. Unlucky, really. Oh, Kamara is off. I've wished it into existence. Is John McGinn on? Is he less aerial? We've drawn another corner. We've had a lot of corners. 6. Thank you. Statistics popping up at the right moment. Oh no, Watkins has now taken over that and done the same job as Kamara. Giles into Takatito. Back to Giles, who kind of stumbled, but just about got to his feet at the right moment. McGinn takes it off Kabore. And, well, we kind of charge at power rather than doing it right. And there is the confirmation of our next fixture. At home to Liverpool. Osho, just in the right place at the right time, really, more than anything. He'd got there by committing and failing. That was unnecessary from Tecatito, but I love it. Tecatito, first goal for him. It is. Jesus Corona, as he's formerly known. With his first goal for Luton Town in his debut episode. Obviously not his debut start. Oh, indeed, debut appearance. 2.5 games under his belt, thereabouts now. Finding his feet at Luton Town and, quite frankly, as I've said last time out, I think a part of the difference makers. A little bit of a new Mexican engine in the middle of that midfield. One more defensive, one more creative. And together, we're seeing some magic. Unfortunately, you're also seeing a lot of tiredness, so let's deal with that. No, he doesn't have it. Actually, maybe this don't do as much running. McGinn coming forward for Aston Villa now. 15 minutes to go. I'm about to jinx it, but we're on for a rare clean sheet. Yep, I've jinxed it. Oh, my lord. Ollie Watkins has somehow not put that in the goal. All the substitutions coming through once now. Fresh legs throughout the squad. Okbene down to Chavez. Ambitious once again there. Matty Cash being afforded a little bit too much time on the ball for my liking. Tielemans, I was about to say not seen much from him yet. Gives Watkins another really good chance. Digne for Buendia is a curious substitution from them. That is not like for like. There goes the clean sheet. Ollie Watkins from a corner. Our nemesis. Corners, not Ollie Watkins. Yes. I'll be honest, it's not superb work from the man on the line. We can berate the person going for the header. We can definitely berate the person on the line who doesn't jump for it at all. The inevitable Ollie, considering he's top goal scorer in the league, that very much feels like the inevitable Ollie Watkins goal. That being said, 87 minutes on the clock, we're the ones going forwards. If we could just hold on to the ball and not do that, Lockyer just randomly just going miles out of defence for some reason. Buendia trying to find the line, not finding it there. 5 minutes of added time. We do need to get this up the other end and then staying in possession, preferably. Never mind. An odd attempt to through ball from Zaniolo there. And Morris, if you can just lay it off to someone and keep hold of the ball for now. That'll do. Play Barkley in. He's played Okbene in. It's 3. For the first time in this series so far, we've scored 3. to absolutely seal it at the death. Perhaps Aston Villa searching for an equaliser. Barkley unselfish there, and it's Ogbeni with 3 goals in 3 games, that is now off the bench, I think, for him, isn't it not? I believe he's our top goal scorer. As a result, the question now remains though, is he the prolific goal scorer, or is he a super sub? Is he going to do his best work off the bench? Slightly weird that we scored 3 goals against the best goalkeeper that we faced so far though. 2 new faces in the youth academy as of this month's intakes. Brian Evans, Canadian goalkeeper, 86 potential, 72, 86 potential, 6'4" already. Obviously 17 can come straight in if I decide to do so. And Peter Ball, the other one, 15 years old, 5-star skill move, left back / right back. Left back, he's left-footed. Actually, on that point, I suppose we ought to retrain a left wing back if we're going to commit to this formation. At some point, we will have to commit to Matt Tremblay. 1 week away from actually getting his development through, though. Matthew Thompson has developed to a 57 overall as things stand. Still only 15, though. And Bert's grown to a 57 as well. Same boat. Has to be said, by the way, centre-back who can play right-back, prefer foot left, but also 5-star for weak foot. 83 min now on him as well, actually worth saying, along with Tremblay. Both of them low-end 83. Some reasonable talent in there. Chelsea with 2 wins on the bounce are out of the relegation zone. We've moved up to 14th. There's only 1 place gained with our victory, unfortunately, overall, as Everton also picked up a win, but does put a little bit more breather room between us and now Burnley in 18th, as we have to now deal with Liverpool. All of a sudden, morale now really good, in part to the press conference we just did there. Should stand us in much greater stead in this game. As Liverpool come to Kenilworth Road, there's Jurgen, there's Van Dijk, Adebayo, charging forward immediately. And it's a Luton attack actually off the bat here. Adebayo, Chavez, Sambi, Chavez again. Doing well to hold off players. Tecatito now plays it backwards. Tecatito now to come through the defence a little bit. Kabore takes over. Nice kind of scoop. Unfortunately, that ended awfully. Adebayo with 5 goals, apparently projected to have 27. We'll remember that one when we get to the end of the season. Of course, there's every chance he'll get replaced in the lineup come January. Although it must be said, whilst he had a reasonable early start, it's Carlton Morris's position that's more in danger. Diogo Jota in a dangerous position. That's a great ball from McAllister. If Luis Diaz is onside, that's sensational. He is onside. That is Liverpool versus Luton. This is incredible vision and just passing play. Is that a picture of Ian Rush in the crowd? I didn't get a good look at it. The away team takes the first goal again. Unfortunately, we're not the away team this time. Of course, Liverpool, in game, not suffering the kind of defensive injuries they have in real life. They are playing Robertson, Matip, Van Dijk, and I assume Trent on the far side, even though I don't think he's been involved yet. McAllister's free though. Now it's Diogo Jota, blocked by Osho, and Kabore can bring it forward for Luton instead. Just about avoids the Liverpool player. Morris has just run offside, foils Adebayo's hope of maybe doing that as a through ball there. At least wise to the offside. Yes, it is Trent on the far side. Mo Salah gets attacked by 2 different Luton players at the same time and comes away with the ball still. Thankfully, the resultant doesn't work out too well. Virgil emphatically just says no to a counter-attack. Jar's going the long way round to find a plan of attack here. And Tecatito's come deep to actually facilitate that as well. Chavez holding off Trent a couple of times in that. I mean, yes, that's not great. Virgil's not exactly a small person, Adebayo there. It's very easy to... I mean, absolute shambles. Should have ended up in a goal for Morris. Should have just popped it in the net. Loose ball at his feet. Smack it in the net, Carlton. Not helping your case there, really. Not having natural poaching instincts. Another mark against him. Chavez with a long-range shot forces a save from Alisson. Out of nothing, really. We've got a corner. Of course, as soon as we get momentum and morale, immediately facing Liverpool at home and losing. Hopefully this doesn't undo all of our great work so far. Carl Morris to help. Nope. Unable to see the Liverpool player 5 inches away from him. Kabore, I mean, we are putting a reasonable amount of pressure on this Liverpool back line. It's naturally holding firm for now, as that's evidently a foul, but we'll, move on. Apparently that was a corner from Robertson. Maybe that's why it wasn't a foul. Genuinely just looked like Robertson pushed over my player. Chavez is apparently injured. Let's see if he can walk it off. Kicking off the second half straight away now. McAllister on the ball. Robertson providing attacking options on the left. It was Luis Diaz, already punished just once today. Diogo Jota makes it 2. This is the difference. I feel like we have had a lot of pressure today. I think we have done quite well in attack. Built up a few attacks, had a couple of shots. The 2 times I can recall Liverpool coming forward, the ball has been in our net. That's the difference between Luton and Liverpool. You get them an opportunity, they'll take it. We have to work for it and have to have a few tries. It's not an unsurprising scoreline. And the fact we've had 6 points from the last 2 games makes it somewhat less painful. Yeah, don't let that one go in, please. Thank you. It's all well and good having 2 well-worked goals against you. That one I'd have been annoyed by. No short option this time. And it does fall to Luis Diaz on the edge of the box. Second phase is just as dangerous we found so far. Mo Salah gets in on the action, as you'd expect him to at some point. Yeah, second phase of a corner. Comment section. Is there genuinely any way to stop corner goals happening against you? Be it short corners or second phases. I'm less annoyed by just normal winning a header corners. Oh, actually, we've been afforded an opportunity here. Adebayo's actually done really well. I was about to say squandered the opportunity, but just pulled it out of the advancing defender's reach to get a shot off. Trent, the one foiled by Adebayo's move there. Alisson proving why he's one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. Chavez still playing with an injury, by the way. He hasn't worked it off, as sometimes happens. I think that's from when Robertson thumped him off the ball and we didn't get a foul for it. Well, yeah, I feel like they've had 4 proper attacks and they've scored 4 goals. It's a lovely little opportunistic, largely just attacking movement is what's won them 4 goals here. Jurgen, pleased. I'll be honest, it's still weird seeing Jurgen without glasses. It's Morris's turn to be hooked off for Ogbene. I have to say that might be the last strike against Morris this particular game. I know it's not exactly a game where we're going to see the best out of our squad because it is, you know, Liverpool, but Morris has had a couple of opportunities and been in a couple of dangerous areas and not really done anything with the ball when he has been. Whereas I've seen a little bit more attacking intelligence from Adebayo, from Tecatito. Oh, short corner. Please don't be 5-0. Please don't be 5-0. Please don't be 5-0. It's not. I think Luis Diaz may have put on a weak foot and got the shot accordingly. Hoofed. Only as far as... Oh, Virgil van Dijk. Was that what you were aiming at, Kaminsky? The Adebayo versus Van Dijk duel. I don't think it took a genius to work out who was winning that one. I'd slam the AI for that, but frankly, it's the same problem in Football Manager, so no one seems to be capable to work out how to actually get a goalkeeper to do a long ball to someone sensible. Luis Diaz... Can we get a consolation goal? In possession, Ogbene now. No, he's aimed at Virgil van Dijk, although he's headed that to Mpanzu, so Virgil's just taken some mercy on us. We've sort of run into 3 Liverpool players there, and now there's a chance for 5. It's 5. Is that a Jota hat-trick now? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, good news for anyone who captained Jota in fantasy football, because you're coming away with a lot of points. It's somewhat taken the wind out of a very promising sales of an episode. A dogged Almos Ali has actually drawn a free kick for us. We put it into the box. Konate under it. Falls to Lockyer. And Panzu. Chance for consolation. Nope, it's run away. There's Virgil. Hello, Virgil. 5 minutes of injury time just because of all the goals. Barkley runs into Diogo Jota rather than actually trying to do a tackle. Yes, defensively minded, Ross Barkley is not. Neither is anybody in our team apparently right now because we're just running every which way we can think of. It's a downer to end things on, but a lot to be pleased about over the course of the 4 games we played. Weren't exactly embarrassed in the first game and then won the next 2. A predictable drubbing against Liverpool shouldn't really undo all the good work we've just made. Brighton losing helps. Chavez could be out for 4 weeks. Thank you, Andrew Robertson. Having started this episode with 5 points, Spurs find themselves with 12. Having beaten us in the first one to get some of those, we have then gone on to get 6, to get ourselves onto 11 ourselves. So Burnley remain 5 points behind. Brighton lost as well. 11 games played. I think we've got ourselves a nice relative amount of points to then be able to kick off, obviously, with proper transfers in January. Still got 2 months to get through, though. So we'll see you against Man United next time out, along with the 3 subsequent fixtures will take us some way into December. A much more hopeful episode. We are still minus 12 on the goal difference front, but 3 wins now. A lot less embarrassing. Considering the opponents we played in this episode, 6 points is frankly a miracle. If you enjoyed this, let me know what... Also, just before we go, of course, comments on whether we should abuse the free agents that we've got available to us. There are 1 or 2 more of those Mexican midfielders I wouldn't mind having in the squad. The 76 rated all-rounder in particular. Considering we've already taken the 280 rated ones, it feels a little bit cheesy to take more. The 76 one, if we can get away with it, would you allow me that one and maybe leave it at that? I would hold off for now, obviously with the 2 end of contract players as well coming in December. Defensively, that midfielder one obviously still a little bit open, particularly with the injury to Chavez, makes me lean a little bit more towards that as emergency cover more than anything to help that depth. But anyway, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Do like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Until next time, ta-ra.